Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Chill Sunday stream. I hope everybody's been having a lovely day so far. Right now we have Duke. Once upon a time there was a Dalrock. Excellent start. King Cyrus, hello, we here. I am glad you are here. Jalix, hi everybody. Reminding everybody to switch over to live chat so we can see the full extent of chat. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Duke, King Cyrus, Jalix, I hope you all had a wonderful, are having a wonderful Sunday. Today we're going to be continuing Underhero, where we're going to be joining back to the Manor where we were, trying to find the ghosts if I recall. Ill, I see, also stopped by. Gonna tune in right after the other stream that you're going to. I hope that you enjoyed the other stream, and I hope you'll join us later. Jaguar, hey. As usual with your kitty in a box, lovely to see that. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Duke, welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're going to continue playing Underhero, like I said, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Canadian and German elections. The Canadian election is supposed to end, if I'm understanding correctly, tomorrow, and the German one ends next Sunday, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to try to talk about both of those. Hopefully we'll do a decent job, and it'll be a two-way educational process. I'm just going to give people a few minutes to get in. Meanwhile, I'm here with my nice pot of tea. Listening to this very somber, chill music. It'll be nice to yell at Americans about politics that isn't American, says Duke. That's probably accurate and fair. Merchant says, greetings everyone, greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations right back to you, merchants. I hope you are having a lovely day. I'm glad you could make it out. Ill, welcome, welcome. Jalix, hello. Hope you're both having a wonderful Sunday. Jaguar says, I'm ready to hear the yelling, Duke. This music is very somber but very peaceful. It sort of reminds me of that, like, just quiet feeling of being in your own thoughts and maybe remembering something either nostalgic or maybe something that was a little sad from your past, but trying to just process it. I don't know. Reminding everyone again to go to live chat instead of top chat, because otherwise you won't be able to see each other. And one of the things I love about this is that you all talk to each other and not just me. I love that we can have those conversations going on. I'm gonna wait about another minute and then we shall get into the game. Where we will join our hero, Masked Kid, the former minion. We're now working on the side of the other side, as it were. Glitch 42. Am I in the right spot? I don't know. Where did you want to end up? Because you certainly ended up here. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. And I hope you want to join us for a stream of Underhero. If that's not where you wanted to be, then I'm afraid you are indeed in the wrong spot. But I hope you did want to be here. So with that, let's pop into the game. Controller. It'd be nice if you'd listen. There we go. Loading. Oh, there's that awesome music. Which says seems like a good space. I'm going to emphasize what Merchant said and say that I believe we have a really nice community here and happy to have you. So let's head out. I believe we were looking for the 5 ghosts and we had found about 3 of them, if I recall. And we had our little candle flame friend with us who was helping us get through the dark areas. But we couldn't get past this because every single time that one ghost would blow out our candle and bring us right back to the foyer. So that is very much not the way to go right now. And the candle can't go in front of that wind there. That much I remember as well. So let's continue our journey looking for these ghosts. Not in here. Oh, candle went out. It doesn't seem like I'm being attacked at the moment, so it seems pretty okay. And there was nothing this way. Because the blizzard was causing the entrance to be blocked. And Bill says, great videos, by the way. Thank you. I was really happy to be able to get the full set of 4 videos out this week. I've been averaging about 3 per week, but I tend to prefer to try to get 4. And I was very happy with the way that most of the videos came out this week. So I'm glad it was appreciated, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Il. Party hat, kitchen, go. Right. So you need the party hat in the kitchen. That's crazy that I do them all in one take. Yeah, with very few exceptions. I do them in one take. I think there was one where I had to cut it off midway. This week, but that usually doesn't happen. Oh. I didn't know we could go outside. Guarding chests, so much fun. Between you and me, I might leave my post in a little while, so don't be surprised if you see me somewhere else. Okay. Oh geez, I gotta get back used to this battle system. Gotcha. Did that bring me up a floor or something? Ooh, 3rd floor. I have not been this way. Oh, hey boys and girls, do you want to enter the Baron's room? Depends. Does this lead to the tower? It sure does. Then yes. Haha, good. Because you cannot pass, sorry. I know where this is going. So what do you want? And say it quickly. Bring me a drink. That's it? Bring me my favorite drink. I had to ask. We have a kitchen on the 2nd floor. There should be an open window outside that can lead us there. We could make a drink there. Are you even gonna tell us what your favorite drink is? Not really. You disgust me. If he wasn't holding me, he would be showing you several hand gestures. What do we got for the 3rd floor? What's in this room here? Library. Day OI, month IV. War has finally ended. I am being called a hero. Yes, I like that. Greg, the great hero. They say my deeds in this war have earned me the title of Baron. They even gave me a huge manor. What am I gonna do with all this space? I know. I'll decorate it with paintings depicting my beautiful jawline. Someone likes himself a lot. Oh, I remember what it was, that I ended up cutting like a little bit of the video for this week. I ended up getting a section where my hair had literally fallen into my eyes and I couldn't see, so I just cut the part where I flipped it out and had to like split the recording there. Because I wasn't gonna redo like 9 minutes of talking just for that. That was like the silly thing that caused it to split. Otherwise, I continued that, and I think it cut pretty well together. I'll decorate it with paintings depicting my beautiful jawline. Jeez. You found the camera. Brest needs this for reasons. I don't trust those reasons. Today is the day. War has torn this kingdom to shreds. Today I will enlist and fight with all my might. My delightful personality and my gorgeous face will save the day. Ah, greetings, Mass Child. We meet again. You're interrupting the story, Masky. Don't be rude, Tim. Everyone can listen to the story. Fine. She talked too much, but I needed her help if I wanted to defeat the evil king. Before doing that, we had to fight his most powerful underlings. One of them was a huge salamander with a foreign name. He lived in a tropical island to the south of the castle. Move your butt, hero. We have no time to lose, said my loud companion. I do not think I like her very much. Seems like this guy is kind of full of himself, kind of a misogynist, and kind of a xenophobe. Sounds good. Sounds like a real hero right there. But what kind of book is this? No wonder it was hidden so well behind those bookshelves. It is certainly not for kids. Oh, come on. Day 6, month 0. I cannot take this anymore. I have to accept it. There is no other way. I am old. Monocle butterfly is a lot. I think the monocle butterfly was reading one of the stories of the Baron. Long gone are my days of being praised as a hero. But most importantly, what I miss most is my beautiful self. I am no longer the young lad I used to be. I look hideous. I cannot take this for much longer. I do not think my broken heart can resist the pain of my loss. I miss my youth too much. Perhaps it is time. And I'm assuming this is how a villain forms. The next book in that series is probably the Baron's How I Left the Left. So we have this door, that door, okay. So we'll head back outside. So that's the window we came out of. That must be the kitchen entrance over there. Let you make me fall. And boom. Are we in the kitchen? Second floor hallway. Oh, I didn't have a candle lit. It's weird how you step on weird cloud things with faces. They're like floating ghost platforms. Let's not go near that ghost until we get our flame back on. Here's the party hat. Wait. Rum, vodka, beer, tequila? Hey, you seem like you want to make some drinks. And you seem like you had enough. True dat. I can give you 6 tips on how to make them. Tip number 1. You can select a max of 3 ingredients per mix. Number 2. You need 1 liquid-based ingredient before you start adding other ingredients. Tip 3. You can only carry 1 drink at a time. Tip 4. Throw away drinks in your items menu, but why would you do that? Tip 5. Have fun. I counted 5 tips, not 6. I'm not really sure, to be honest. All I said is still true. Bruno is waiting for me, but I can't find those stupidly generic red cups. Do you have any idea where they could be? I would have found them already if I remembered something. Maybe Bruno knows where they are, or Bruno knows where they are. Ah, I can get into this encounter now. Oh, I forgot. You have to take this one out by hitting them, and then you shoot into their mouth with the slingshot. No, 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 no. I need the flame. I don't really like partying, so I'm just gonna stay here and chill with my friend. Get that light out of here. When are you gonna do your thing? There we go. And we have another encounter. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a break from the loud music. Hammer. Oh, I thought it said down. Oh, there were 5 attacks. I missed one. Up, down, up, down. Oh, my flame ran out. In the middle of battle, that can happen? Oh, I didn't refill it. Poor ghosts, they're cute. They keep trying to kick me out. Wrong room? It's their house. It's the Baron's house. They just kind of exist here. What's with that other ghost over there? Oh, it brought his hat back? Down, 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 up, down. Gotcha. Ooh, gold. Need this for level up stuff. So we need to find the red cups there. Maybe you're tracking mud into their home inconsiderately. Yeah, that's quite possible. What drink does that ghost want then? Abomination. This does not look safe to drink. We should take it to him immediately. That is a really good point, Jaguar. Ugh, my soul aches. Whatever this is, I don't like it. Do not bring me more of this disgusting mistake. I don't know what to put in this. Do you have to put 3 ingredients? You do. Perfect tequila shot. the whole picture. Not my favorite. The sour ingredient is correct. At least you're telling me parts of it. So, the lime worked. I don't know, what do you mix with lime? Besides... I feel like I'm definitely out of my element with this. No, tequila and lime is the one I used. Apparently I needed to do a rum and coke with lime. This is it. I have died and gone to heaven. You may pass. I don't care about anything anymore. Blissful joy. You already... He's not listening anymore. Let's go to the tower. This is the Baron's room. I know I have to return that party hat. I also have to find the cups. And what was going on over here? This is the library, right? This building is full of alcoholic ghosts. Is that maybe how they became ghosts? That's possible. That's a reasonable assumption at this point. What is this? We have visitor, dear sisters. You're so right. Ha. It's your Ara. This is a very verbal conversation, Nia. Silence, you loudmouths. We have guests. I, Tella, welcome you to the great Baron Von Gregory's room. Yeah. Listen, we just need to take a quick look inside the tower and see if the Baron is there. We have something for him. Oh, is it shiny? Is it that little masked kid right there? They're so delicious. They certainly are. Hey, stay away from the kid. Oh, not these three. They're known bullies over here. They're probably just blocking the way to rob people. We usually do, yeah. But we only take masked kids as payment, as of now. Nahahaha. Why don't you give them a taste, kid? Alright. You want some of this? Because we want some of you. Oof. What just happened there? Oof, missed that one. Went right over you, are you kidding me? Yeah, these spiders are jerks. Most spiders are pretty awesome. These ones are not. That was Mr. Stitches in the background. Why was Mr. Stitches in the background looking through the window? I don't know if anybody else caught that. You've seen him peeking from the background a couple of times? I haven't. Oh, jeez. Well, I haven't completed the ghost stuff downstairs for that, door. I should probably go back and do that. Before I head up to the rest of the tower. You're a bad friend, apparently not warning me about creepy creep. Yes, you have to warn me about creepy creep. Let's go back through the kitchen. You know what? I can fight that one as soon as I get my flame back. And then that should open up the entire pathway. Oh, the second I crossed that, it took away my flame. Right. So there's gotta be some way to get to that chest. Well, I got this one's party hat, so there you go. And then I need to find the stereotypical red cups, and then the other one wanted me to ask Bruno something. And I honestly do not remember where Bruno is. Oh, here are the cups. You still haven't helped my brothers. I have 5 brothers and you'll find them indoors for sure. Please hurry, we need to hit the dance floor ASAP. Well, I've got 4 of them now with the solo cups. There was storage, graveyard, basement. What was going on in the basement again? Okay, just that painting's kind of different from the rest. So we don't know what's going on in the basement yet. Just looking for ghosts so I can, or something to pick up so I can give to that other ghost. What do you need? This is the one that needed the camera. There we go. Then I should only have that one left. With the cups, which I have, so once I get that, I will get the key to that other door. Correct, we should go back and talk to Bruno again. Excellent, we did it. Now give me my key so I can move on. There we go. Thank you so much, the whole gang is here, now we can crash that party. Alright, little brothers. It's time for the countdown. The magnificent Brinko, Brato, Bress, Brodos and the Bros, Bruno, Party. About time. Jeez, what a chore. At least we're getting treasures out of this mess. You got a purple key, it opens a creepy door. Finally, we can go to that door in the hallway. There we go. The dark maze. Day XO, month XX. My old treasures lie somewhere within this maze, but... Ugh, I already forgot where I left it. The doors lead to unexpected places. Returning through one of them is the trick. I'm sure I will remember eventually, yes? Returning through one of them. See what's the other way. Oh, battle. This is the exact treasure room I was at last stream. That I was talking about last stream, yeah. The Baron had such a handsome face, I could stare at this painting for years. Which part of the castle, Jalix? He hung these paintings all over the manor after being revived so he could never forget himself. Oh, of course. Oh, got your hat. Got your hat again. They just get so sad when you take their hat away. It's kind of... like, I kind of feel like a bully. Oh. Why do you have so much health? There was a minion that talked about it last time when you were at Stitches' castle. Yeah, this is the secret area, the dark maze that they were talking about. Okay, flame went out. I can't see anything. So you're essentially on a time limit here. Start with the hammer. Up, up, down, up, down. Why do I keep thinking... I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, I broke his shield in one shot. That wasn't too bad. Up, 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 down. That went a lot better. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. You are not blowing out the candle. Master, wait. You're not the Great Baron. Are you trying to find his secret or something? Out of the way, nincompoop, or you'll get the hammer. Nothing you do to me could be as tragic as how the great Gregory died, killed by the sorrow of his heart. Great, a dead poet. And defeated. Oop, level up time. As usual, first person to let me know what we're doing. We have attack upgrade, health upgrade, or stamina upgrade. Just clarifying, Jaguar, was that a call for attack, or were you just saying what Duke was going to say? Because otherwise it goes to Jalix. We'll go with a stamina. There we go, an extra point of stamina. No, honestly, I could probably use the stamina. My health feels like it's fine. Duke is amused right now. Ooh, what's this? More health. Health is objectively the wrong choice in this game. The most valuable treasure here is close. Maybe the wallpaper in that room is related to the door that leads there. I wouldn't lose much sleep if someone were to take it. Wink, wink. You said wink out loud. That's cute. Once you learn their pattern, they are a lot— what the heck? I can't get up there. I do not have a double jump or anything that can get me up that way. And I can't get up this way either. So now it's time to try some doors. Let's go through this one and see where it leads us. To a pathway down. And another door. That leads up. Oh, spider time. You never know where a door will lead you. It could even take you to a secret place. I'm too lazy to try all the doors, though. Ah, dang. Shield's gone. That extra stamina point already came in handy. That was a much easier fight. Oh, there's that chest, but of course this isn't gonna lead me there, is it? Oh. What? Wait. I am so lost. Looks like your light is being drained by the darkness. You better find a safe spot soon, or I'll have to get you. Not creepy at all, Ghost. Break this shield. Up, down, 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 up. And somehow we're back here. Let's try going down here. I have somewhat of an idea of where I'm ending up. But not enough of one. This should lead me back up to where I was. Yep, and now we're back on the other side of it. No, we're not? This is that sword room. This is where that other thing is. But this door didn't lead me to the other side of that. And going back through that door just led me somewhere completely different. And now I'm back here. What if I go through this one? Where does this one lead me exactly? Oh. That's new. Ooh, stamina. I'll take that. I don't think the doors are random. I've been able to discern some pattern. I'm guarding this door so no passing. The Baron didn't tell me what's inside the room though. I'm sure he already forgot about this place anyway. Up, down, up, down. Break the shield. Should have enough to hit you with a slingshot. Took his hat off again. What if I hit the other one trying to give him his hat back? Okay, I can't. I had to try it though. I keep hitting the hat instead of his mask. Oh, I did not mean to fall down there. Okay. But I think I have an idea now of where I have to go. So I go through the swords door. I go back this way. I cross this one. Then here I keep going. And hopefully this door leads me somewhere new. Yep. Day OX, month VX. Jalix says, I like that the platforms scream in outrage when you step on them. No step on platform. Duke says, swords. Indeed. I like swords. They are very cool. True statement, Duke. Why do you like swords? 3 years have passed since I saved this world. The kingdom is at peace. The people of the kingdom love me. I am young and healthy. Ever since I parted ways with her, ever since that battle, I have felt unease. I will just try to forget about it, yes? Just try to forget. I had the same terrible feeling last night. My thoughts prevented my sleep. I decided to investigate that castle so this anxiousness would go away. But that was a mistake. My eyes must have been deceiving me. I do not believe it. How could he still be alive? I defeated him. I'm sure of it. Did he fake it? Was our battle just a farce? Is he mocking me? I cannot let the kingdom know that he lives. They would hate me for it. Tomorrow, I will kill that demon once and for all. Day IX, month VX. My name is Gregory. I am a phantom baron that controls a legion of ghosts. At least, that is what Lord Stitches told me. I cannot remember very well. The scientist recommended to write in this journal so I could heal my memory. I wonder if that really works. Today I received a package from Lord Stitches. It is a painting of his own person, and it is unsettling to say the least. An intimidation tactic? Should I tread lightly around him? Perhaps. He sent it so I do not forget my mission. Fight the legendary heroes and... I felt it again today, like I have forgotten something very important. Didn't I have journals about my past? I can't seem to find them anywhere, as if they were moved or hidden. I'll just try to remember it. Yes, just try to remember. What are you doing, kid? This is no time to be reading cheap novels. Let's go. I like swords. They're very cool. It's fun to hit my friends with swords. I'm assuming you're talking about fencing. Let's get some of this gold. But I still don't know how to get up to that platform with the chest. You do not hit your friends with swords, Tara. No, generally I don't. It's not very complicated, and yeah. Okay, how do we get to that other door then? What if I go back through this one? Or is there a secret over there? Hold on. That leads me back to the sword room. So where does this one lead me? Back to the sword room. They all lead to the sword room. It wants me to get that chest. It keeps pointing at it. There's a question mark near it. Is there something I can do with the painting? It all leads to the sword room. The story of your life. That's funny, Duke. I go through this one. What's this way? This is the same hallway with all the pictures. Oh, I see. That's the other side of that. Alright, so this isn't working. Jaguar says, I've seen a lot of games and played a few games, use the darkest atmosphere thing as part of the gameplay. How do we generally feel about that? So for me, I tend to prefer when games don't use darkness as a gimmick. Mostly because I like being able to see what's happening and what's going on. There are ways you can use it in sort of good ways, I think, for atmosphere, but I don't think that it's always the best. I think in a lot of ways it can take away from what's going on around you, and unless it's trying to be like a horror game or jump scare you, I don't think it really serves a lot of games' purposes. I don't know what anybody else thinks about it. What if I go back through this one? That just leads me back up this way. And that leads me right out. I wonder if it could have something to do with the basement. And that portrait that was down there. I like it sometimes in games like Kirby where it's used in fun ways, castles, circus levels, or haunted mansions like in Yoshi. I could see that. I generally like darkness mechanics as J-Licks. I believe although if done badly, they can be very annoying. They're good in stealth games also, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Gangle says, darkness is great for ambience, but hard on my old eyes. Gangle, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. And I'm kind of in agreement with that. It's great for ambience, and you can use it to great effect, but when it ends up being something that ends up controlling your vision, I don't think it works very well. Don't Starve is actually a really good example, J-Lix, of how to use it well, where it's used as part of the plot. Duke says, to both date and get a sense of how out of touch I am with the kids. The only real experience I've had with darkness mechanic was in the last level of Super Mario 3 and was annoying. Duke, that would actually be a great example of the type of darkness that I'm not a fan of in video games. Simply because it ends up creating an atmosphere that makes it hard for you to see, especially when it comes to precision platforming. You can't have the darkness mess with your gameplay, otherwise I think that's a bad use of it. Is there a map of the dark maze that somebody could help me get to that chest? Because I feel like I've gone through every door. Dimness is probably just bad. If there's darkness, it needs to be pitch black, to be honest. Otherwise, it just gets harder on the eyes. That's a fair point. Because right now I just feel like I'm running in circles. And I don't know if there's like a secret passageway I'm just not seeing. Oh, I made it. Never mind. Slingshot upgrade. You had to go back through the door. The ghost did say something about having to go backwards through a door at some point. Jaguar says part of the reason that, no. Jaguar had said, I'm sure that poorly done dark levels can be accessibility issues as well. That's very true, and that's one of my, my issues with it. Like, my best sense is my eyes. If I don't have the ability to get through an area by being able to see, I'm gonna have a great difficulty with it. Part of the reason I like the dark areas in Kirby and Yoshi's Woolly World is that darker hues are not complete darkness. Jaguar asks, so Tara, what's your experience like playing through this level? This hasn't been too bad because you have a mechanic where you're in charge of controlling a meter that gives you light. That dark maze was a little bit frustrating, especially because it was very unclear where all the rooms connected. But the rest of the section has not been bad at all. But there were just hidden treasures there that I don't think are required for 100% in that area. So it's mostly fine. There were some games experimenting with echolocation vision, which is pretty interesting, says Jalix. Wasn't there that one game, Scanner Sombra, or whatever? Which was like a tech demo almost, where you walked through like a old cave or something, and you could only see by shooting out waves of echolocation. Duke says that's a good point, Jaguar, and I think there are much more creative ways to get that effect one might be trying to do without making it less accessible. Oh, Beyond Eyes is the game that you're talking about, Jalix, right? The game where you play as a blind person? I still don't know what to do with that one. Yeah, you play as like, at least at the beginning, like a little girl. I think that it was, and she's, I don't remember any of the game, honestly. But I remember that you had to, like, walk around this, like, white void. And what you walked near gave you the ability to kind of sense what was going on. We should probably head to the top of the tower now. Now that we completed that optional area of the dark maze. So I have a question and kind of connected to what you had put out, Jaguar. What about fog? What do we think of fog as a mechanic? Because it kind of does the same thing, but it doesn't always, I don't know, erase somebody's ability to see, maybe? I don't know. Like, it isn't... I wonder if there's a difference between darkness and fog in that regard. Jalix says an RTS is pretty necessary, for some at least. Oh yeah, when you have, like, the fog of war. Il says, I like the fog in Silent Hill 1 and 2. Yeah, the fog in Silent Hill was a built-in feature, actually, to make you feel like the world was bigger. So I don't have a flame, so I've had to dodge all these fights up here. Nope. Can I get over you to... No, no, no. Ah. Come on. The fog in Silent Hill was also a technical fix because of the limited memory of the PS1. True, yeah, it was really difficult for the game to load in long-distance areas. So they were able to use the fog to kind of create an effect where they could load in things behind the fog, so it didn't look as bad. It's kind of the same thing that happened with Resident Evil with its doors. No, let me have it. I was wondering how you knew where to land. I had to raise the background light on my device to see the platforms. Really bright lights are harsh on my eyes. I have my screen at pretty much max brightness. Is that actually an issue that anybody else is experiencing? With not being able to see the platforms? Oh, come on. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of the developers of older consoles had to work with certain limitations, and I think a lot of creative ideas came out of those limitations. It's hard for you to see them as well. Is there a way I can raise brightness on the stream? Let me see if I can do that at all. I don't think I really can. Yeah, I usually set my brightness levels down, but when it's come to streaming and stuff like that, I always have to set it up. Wait, maybe. Can I add a filter? Image mask and blend. Okay, render delay, color correction. Brightness. Let's try raising the brightness just a little bit. Let me know if that works for you all. I feel like that's a little washed out, but it still might be easier to see. At least for the dark area. Oh, come on. I fell on that guy. Yeah, generally when you raise brightness, you have to mess with saturation or contrast as well. But as long as it's made it so that you can all see the platforms a little better, I think that's fine for now. Bit washed out or fogged, but the platforms are a lot more obvious. Let me see something. Well, that's way too much saturation. No. Can probably... How's that? Should be coming out a bit brighter and a bit more contrast. Brighter and less washed out. There we go. I turned up the brightness and the contrast. That worked. What's this? Show yourself, Greg. We have come to... He's not here, is he? Say, what is that weird floating thing there? That is one of the Baron's relics. You need 3 of those mementos if you wish to enter his secret chamber. And Greg is in this secret chamber, isn't he? Most probably. Then why didn't you just tell us? You never asked, and to be frank, you never told us what you wanted to do in the first place. Well, true, but if it isn't my favorite kiddo. Oh. Hey. Hello again, ladies and gents. Looks like we're gonna have another quiz. Excellent. Glad to see that everybody is able to see a little bit better. I may have to turn it back down when we're out of the dark area. Oh look, King Cyrus has joined us. Welcome, welcome. Here we go. Quiz time. What is this? Don't think too hard about it. Welcome folks to the amazing, the highly rated Pokemon Show. In tonight's show, we'll tackle the second quiz for our heroes. What mysteries lie ahead? Let's find out. Game time, folks. Let's start easy. Question number 1. Whose portraits are hung all over the manor? Baron von Gregory? Correct! Greggy is an undead warrior with quite the temper. He commands a legion of terrifying phantoms that have cursed this very land with incessant cases of booing. Just imagine the noise complaints. Let's pick up the pace. Question number 2. How did Baron von Gregory die? Did we ever figure that out? I don't think we know the answer to that. Killed by stitches, killed by a broken heart, killed by Elizabeth food poisoning. He was worried about that person, so broken heart? Oh, okay. Correct. The poor Baron lost his one true love and this devastated him to no end. He died one night, sad and lonely. Yikes. His reanimated corpse? now walks among us thanks to the efforts of one brilliant scientist by the name of Tiber. That's right, Stitch's right hand. Now the Baron controls this eternal land in the name of Lord Stitches. Here comes the juicy one. Question number 3. Oh, I did not see the question. Who was Gregory before becoming a great Baron? A hero? Okay. Correct. Not a chosen hero, but a hero. I guess there's a distinction? A war hero, to be more precise. What war? Who knows? Oh, you know what? The broken heart was probably because he lost his youth. He was sad about losing his youth. The Baron is quite old, and it's not like we can ask him about it. Amnesia and all that. What a tragic fate, folks. And now, for the final round. Question number 4. Who does the Baron love the most? Himself. Yeah. That is correct. The Baron loves only himself. More accurately, his young, beautiful self. That's right, folks. Once he lost his youth, he experienced an extreme depression and died of sadness. The only thing he remembers is his face, thanks to his numerous paintings adorning the manor. He hides himself from the public in a secret chamber, just like a teenager. 3 relics are needed to access said room. Congratulations, kiddo. You win money. I'll take it. Thank you for playing. That's a wrap, folks. May you all have a lovely evening and see you next time in The Puzzleman Show. Okay, listen up, you two. It's kind of a long story, but here it goes. One long story later. Oh, well, wow. If you want to help us, you're free to come. We could really use your help in our quest to defeat Mr. Stitches. He said yes, as long as we find his body. And I say yes too. We don't really care much about the Baron, truth be told. All he does is sulk all day. He only cares about himself. He and Stitches need a lesson. And that, I really want. And I really want to travel. That's the spirit. No offense, Handy. He didn't use insults this time. He's really warming up to you guys. Very well then. Let's grab the relic and find the rest. Our first relic. This used to belong to Greg, huh? Just 2 more to go. So, we got a relic. King Cyrus, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. I hope, all is well. Oh, I can fight you. I have flame. I gotcha, fool. Now you're it. Your hat is gone. And your hat's gone again. I am indeed a meanie. I also don't like taking damage. You found a cassette tape, play it at a save station. I haven't been to a save station in a while. That is potentially very bad. I should probably head to a save station. Whoa. What just happened there? I missed. Let's just dodge. There we go. Buy shield. Goodbye hat. If I keep knocking the hat off, they can't really do damage to me. Oh, is this two of them? So many angry platforms. True. Okay, I guess I'm fighting the other one after, because it's not really doing anything in battle with me. Ah, that's not good. Yeah, I completely missed what that was supposed to be. Burp. Oh no, I thought I was alone. I'm so embarrassed. This ghost is embarrassed it burped. This one doesn't have a shield, so this one should be a little bit easier. Yep. How long do we have to keep patrolling this place? Man, not even death saves you from patrolling. Dang, that's some capitalist realism right there. I think one more hit should do it on this ghost. Oh, I hit the hat instead of the ghost. I actually meant to hit the ghost that time. Level up time. What are we doing? kill state. Got it in first with the attack. So we are upgrading the attack points. Let's get these coins. Greg just ordered us to guard this tower, but I just want to leave. I like the digital confetti to celebrate the upgrade, says Jaguar. Well, it's better than regular confetti, because regular confetti is really annoying to clean up. I can probably just break the shield now. They really do, because they don't like their jobs. I feel like that's a theme in this game. The enemies here, the minions, have not enjoyed their jobs. Oh, the blizzard stopped. We can explore outside the manor without fear of freezing now. You still won't be able to use that hoodie of yours to glide, though. The snow won't allow it. The 2 remaining relics are outside the manor. 1 in the lake and 1 in the graveyard. You heard her, kid. Alright, so we have to get to the lake and the graveyard. But first, I want to get to a save station. Those platforms really do not like being stepped on. Oh, now that the thing isn't snowing out, or not blizzard outside, I wonder if I can get through those areas. And maybe get that other chest. Was there a flame in here? No. Let's head back outside. Wasn't there that one ghost that was guarding a chest somewhere around here? Who told me to come back later? Yeah, you. Between you, okay. Oh no. That was kind of bad. Ooh. Secret coins. They really are large trees. You're absolutely right, Jalix. Is there a way we can light this candle? Wait, did I go back up to the 3rd floor? I meant to go down to the 2nd floor. Down here. There we go. And I can't... I can light the flame here. Aha, it's not pushing me away now. I'll defend this treasure chest until my dying breath. Oh wait. Already dead. already dead and still defending his boss's treasure. And we got another cassette. Excellent, excellent. Now, I desperately want to get to that save station before something goes wrong. Because I have not saved the entire time we've been playing. Not the basement. Well, I don't know if these actually automatically would save my game. I don't think they do. This is not the correct way. Perhaps this is a metaphor for companies taking out life insurance on employees. That is still horrific practice that should not exist. Like a company making that much profit off of somebody dying. That does not seem like a good look. Here we are. Save station. And I walked right out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Let's check some of the cassettes we got quick. Moth Queen. That one's not bad. I don't think it beats Mr. Stitch's theme. Twinkle in the Cold. Twinkle in the Fire. Leaves on Ice. This sounds so playful. Stronger but not taller. Jaguar says, I love that they use cassette tapes as the icon. So old school, indeed. So with that, I will leave it on this one, which is definitely my favorite. And I will be right back, and then we can have our conversation for today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Canadian and German elections that are both coming up. Yeah, Stitch's theme is pretty awesome. So I will be right back.
He's a historian and co-host of the podcast Left Turn in Canada. Now let's change a bit to other parties here. So the Conservatives. I've heard a lot of fake working class appeal from Aaron O'Toole, whether it's on pensions, on unions.
So, Jalix, yeah, I think that's what you heard. I had been watching some of Rational National to catch up with some stuff with the Canadian side of things. And when I took my earpiece out and put it back in, it ended up playing the video that was left in the background that I had forgotten to close. So, oopsies. So, game is saved, and yeah, I watched a bunch of stuff to just prep myself and get myself ready. So, what did I miss? It'll be fun to test Tara's knowledge on Canadian politics. Yeah, don't have high expectations for me. So, I know about politics in a lot of different places. Canada and Germany are not my expertise, so I'm hoping this is going to be a two-way conversation. I very much hope that I get educated just as much as maybe I can provide some information. Jalek says, I have no real knowledge beyond the whole residential school thing in Canada. And Duke says, then you're already better than most Canadians. That's fair. And that NDP good, cons and libs bad. Yeah, that's a good start there, Jalix. From what I'm able to surmise, there's like 5 parties that have seats, right? Like in the parliament. Am I missing any when I say that? You have the Conservatives, you have the Liberals, you have the Green Party, you have the Quebec National Party, and you have the NPD. I just fell down a cliff. Because I was talking with my hands and not platforming. What is that? That's a zombie. Hello, Zomzom. Is that a zombie mole? Or just a regular zombie? Oh god. Also, we have an NPD in Germany, which are basically the Nazis, which is kind of confusing. That is kind of funny. Liberal, conservative, NDP, the Bloc, Quebec, the Quebec Bloc, yeah, and then the Green Party. Yeah, okay, so I did get that correct. So there's those 5 groups. The Green Party's in shambles. Because of infighting and a switch towards a more capitalist direction. You have the Conservatives, which are doing their general conservative business. The Liberals, which basically vote with the Conservatives on everything. And of course Trudeau being the leader of the Liberals. And the current leader of the government who called for the election in the first place. What is the PPC, Duke? I'm not familiar with PPC. What's up, my dudes? Trying to get to the party at the cemetery. Me too. Hammer time. Sorry, I just got caught in the combat. Shield is gone. There we go. Gangle says, Trudeau seems like the kind of politician who believes in nothing. Duke says, People's Party of Canada just started before the last election by Maxime Bernier. They are an alt-right, ultra-nationalist, conspiracy theory, anti-vax party. So they're the Republican Party. Okay, cool. France has basically Trudeau just French. Trudeau has very little substance, yeah. No, that I've noticed. Oh, we got another Zom. Okay, I tried jumping over that. That did not work. What the heck? I guess... How did I take damage? What just happened? That was really weird. Are the PPC like the AfD in Germany, like anti-immigration white nationalists? That's the impression I'm getting, Jalix. Slick neo-lib leaders for France and Canada. So, and then you have Duke, if I'm not mistaken, the Quebec party, where you have Blanchet, who's basically running everything there, and the party is basically Quebec for Quebec and literally Quebec nationalist, and kind of in the position where they don't even respect the indigenous peoples whatsoever in their territory. So, from what I was able to tell, the Liberals and the Conservatives in Canada seem to be functioning more or less on the exact same wavelength everywhere they vote. No matter what they do, their voting patterns are almost identical, despite the fact that the Liberals and Trudeau tend to just kind of talk a better game in terms of sounding more progressive. Is that pretty much on point? Sometimes you'll think you're on the right path and you're actually hopelessly lost. Here's a tip. Sometimes the higher ground isn't the right path. Thank you for that, my bat friend. Separatist Nationalist Party. Fair enough. Okay. So, from what I've been able to tell, Trudeau basically called for this election to more or less try to consolidate power, because in 2019, the Liberal Party had lost its majority, and they have been having to operate basically as a minority leadership, and that's forced them to kind of work with the NDP a little bit. And the NDP policies have been kind of pushed a little bit more. And they saw an opportunity since polling had gotten good and decided to try to push for their majority, thinking they'd just kind of walk in with it. And everybody else has just been calling them out on their nonsense. Liberals are a little bit more willing to vote for social programs and policies like the carbon tax, and they legalized weed. Yeah, but from what I've seen, like, most of the things that are actually deal with class or anything that doesn't involve, like a few social positions, very few social positions, they strictly have been like, no, we're not doing that. Like, they haven't wanted to increase taxes. They didn't want to provide funding or money for people during the pandemic. Dodged it. So, yeah, like, you have things like 79% of people in Canada, from what I was seeing, actually support an increase of a wealth tax, but yet it doesn't seem to get passed. Liberals are pretty much the party of rich people, basically like oil companies run the cons and the banks and insurance run the libs. Yeah, that's kind of the impression I was getting. Okay, at least I'm on point here. And, like, even, like, 60-something% of the Conservatives were in favor of something about increasing the tax, and yet it doesn't happen. Which was kind of bizarre to me when I saw that statistic. And I have a genuine question, especially for you, Duke, since you've kind of represented the thing. You're kind of representing a lot of the information from Canada here. How is it that Sing is so popular and yet people don't vote for the party? Like, I've heard a lot of people comment on how in Canada they're worried about the votes being split or whatever, and I'm just like, that doesn't sound realistic compared to, like, vote splitting in the US, where you literally have a two-party system. Like, what are they worried about exactly being the split in voting? That if people went to Sing's party? Like, that's just genuinely confusing to me. Yeah, that's exactly my question, Jalix. Like, why are they so low in polling when Singh is such a popular leader? And, like, people seem to want him in charge, basically. Like, what makes them vote for the Liberals instead? Oh, jeez, that's loud. Candy, it's been ages. How have you been, mate? Any luck with their body biz? Touchy subject. Would you mind letting us in? Well, living peeps are not allowed inside, but what the heck, Candy's friends are my friends too. Plus, the boss is not around. Well, mostly, because the boss is not here. Come on in. Hey, we might or might not have met before. I work in the Manor. Well, actually, I work outside the Manor, upper floors guarding a chest. I got tired of that. I think I'm gonna unwind for a while here. Hey, it's you guys. Thanks again for the help. Right, little bros? Thanks. Let's party sometime. Whoa. That animation cycle, though. It's been years, Jessica. You won't beat me. Same here, you doofus. I bet you'll blink first. Do you even have eyelids? I think they're going to ignore your comment, Ellie. The realization of staring for eternity is too terrifying, huh? Here's to another decade of your contest. I'll win. You wish. Wait, where'd that goose? Come here, baby. Oh, don't be mad. Give me some sugar. Ew. Don't touch me, you smooth-talking fool. Okay. Up ahead, there's a lonely mausoleum. When I get tired of partying, I go there to rest. It's very serene. You should visit it sometime. Come on, dude. Get down from there. You're the designated driver. Come on. Save station. It costs 20 coins to use the machine. Do you want to pay? Yep. Duke says Canada is much more regional than the US, so we get different cultures and different ridings, so entrenched personalities remain in power. Plus, everyone just thinks the NDP are not viable, because the media spends all its time saying that every newspaper in Canada is owned by a conservative-leaning owner, like openly conservative-leaning owners. Jalek says that sounds very familiar, Duke, the not viable part, I mean. Also, Canadians are more racist than they'll ever admit, and Singh is brown. There we go. That's part of it. But honestly, the newspaper part as well. It's a well-worn and effective strategy, and they use it against the left. True. And I mean, if you have a bunch of capitalists running a paper for profit, naturally they're going to be in a place where they're going to want to preserve the status quo and constantly talk about how the left party can't work. Hello there, traveler. Check out my wares. I'm good. This tastes gross. Want to get out of here? What? What did you say? The music's really loud here. Want to get out of here? What? Ugh, never mind. I don't know, man. Come on, man. It's fine. Don't be such a square. Wow, that's like legitimately offensive. I mean, he's rectangular, not square. I'm sorry, man. You're just a two-faced idiot. What? I don't get. Oh, because of the mask? Yeah, it's not nice, is it? Gangle says, yeah, we've heard that story before. True. Very true. It's unfortunately quite a normal reality, especially with Murdoch media in the US. That was actually far too loud in this game. Yep, here's a piece. Second one in the bag. Only one more relic, kid. Time to search the opposite corner of these woods. Jalek says it's kind of depressing. It'll be really similar for They Link in Germany when we get to that. Oh. Duke? Duke, why are you fencing me? I was just trying to play the game, and here you come with your little fencing saber and, like, trying to fight me. Hold it right there. You are the one who took the legendary weapon of the hero. Give it to me immediately. Do you know what this means, kid? Hmm? You have a rival now. You're one step closer to becoming a true hero. Silence. I'm no one's rival. You're not strong enough to even be called my rival. He's so full of himself, too. I'm so proud of you, kid. Enough. You will give me the weapon, or you will die here. Sure. Bring it on, Gray Kid. Let's see if you're worthy. Ha ha ha. Excuse the intrusion, but are you perhaps fighting by any chance? Stay out of this, you blob. Just like I thought. Yo, you guys, there's a fight over here. Fight, fight, fight. Duke says, although right now the NDP are polling better than they have in the past, and if on election night it seems like Liberals are going to collapse, people will panic vote NDP. It happened a few years ago federally, and it happened in the last provincial election here in Ontario. Oh. On guard. Indeed. Do you think, Duke, that the NDP will end up moving further right to appeal to more of the liberal vote base, or do you think that they will end up sticking to their principles in time? Because that's always like the complaint that a lot of people have when it comes to electoralism in general, where, you know, even if you have a party that's speaking up for the right thing now, there's a chance that they're going to end up moving further right as you go forward. I feel like the SPD kind of does the same thing in Germany, Jalix. Nora and Prosper just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription. Fight, fight, fight. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, is this a boss fight? Oh, jeez. Encounter. Parry. Come on, are you gonna let him hit you like that? Hit back, bro. What is going on? What do you... Ow. Okay, no. No, no, no. My shield broke. That's not good. Do I have an anvil? Yes. Got the parry in that time. 30 coins for red boots over here. Who said 40? Ow. Let's try this again. Just use a health potion just to be on the safe side. I got the parry in. A battle for the ages. I better start taking bits. I don't think that hammer is gonna work, dude. I'm not using the hammer. The timing on this is actually kind of difficult. Oh, no, 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 no. I died. Dang. The NDP were formed during the Cold War from the CCF, explicitly as Anti-Soviet Soft Capitalist, aka Socialism Party, because the CCF was full of rabid communists. The CCF was where Tommy Douglas was until the NDP formed towards the end of his tenure. True, a lot of people did lose their bets there, Jalix. I don't think buying anything would have helped me there. I just needed to get better at guarding that. At least I didn't lose much progress there. CCF stands for Cooperative Commonwealth Federation. They took a lot of the ideas and rhetoric from Huey Long in the US, and basically in the 20s we're talking about UBI, healthcare, and cooperatives. It's always slightly depressing to hear that a lot of the stuff has gone so backwards in 100 years. But, like, this was a standard thing that people just kind of went with. Like, it was something that was widespread. And it took so much propaganda to put things back into where they are now. And it's just been slowly the unraveling of everything through neoliberal policies. For pretty much, I mean, since like the 70s and 80s, right, you have neoliberal, but before that even, there were constant things to just slowly start to unravel a lot of the gains that were made and a lot of the efforts that were being fought for in pretty much every country. Duke said, oh, I didn't see that you said that a number of years ago they actually removed the word socialism from their party constitution. I'm not surprised with that. But I wonder if Bernie Sanders coming out in favor of the NDP is going to do anything in that regard. Now we can't even have Keynesian. True, Jalix, true. And that's very unfortunate. apparently they controlled 100% of the seats in how do you pronounce that? Is that Saskatchewan? Did I say that anywhere near correct? And Alberta, which is a part of Canada that is conservative to alt-right culture. Oh, wow. Alright, let's see if we can beat this boss this time. Okay, let me be a little bit more aggressive here. Ow. I feel like this person fighting me is a much better swords person than I am. The timing on that sword strike really doesn't have a good tell. There we go. I pronounced it kinda okay. I'll take kinda okay. I think the US resurgence of socialism no longer being a dirty word is spreading here, partly because of our smug. We have to be better than the US, so somewhat superficial. Honestly, it's kind of frustrating being in the place where, you know, when things change, it changes for everybody. Sometimes. So, what are you doing, boss? So, Duke, what do you think's going to be the outcome? Do you think that the Liberals are going to falter, or do you think that it's going to end up going towards, back towards the Liberals? Do you think they're going to get the majority? Where did... Come on, please. Oh, so close, so close. Ow. That should do it. Gingle says, here in Denmark, the left lost a lot of sense of direction after the wall fell. In the 90s, a lot of our left bought into the end of history narrative of the time. Oh yeah, that happened in a lot of places. Where it was like, once the Soviet Union collapsed, it was like, oh, capitalism wins, everything is good. We're gonna party on the right wing of everything. If anybody, are there any other elections that are happening right now? Because I'm aware that the Canadian one is happening on September 20th, and the German one is happening next Sunday. So that's why I brought those two up. But are there others happening around now? Because I am not that familiar with keeping up with electoralism outside of like what I have to in the US. Because it directly affects my life. And I know that kind of sounds like, I don't know, maybe crappy, but... Keeping on track of 50 states' different individual policies gets very difficult in the US, unfortunately. Duke says Canadian voters have been weirdly erratic the past decade, with Liberals disappearing and no longer having official party status, to then being the party with the Prime Minister again. It's anyone's guess. Grey Kid says, "You're stronger than you let on, Green Boots. This is not the last you will see of me. I will take what is rightfully mine." Ah, good fight. Alright, everybody, back to the party. Party, party, party. What an angsty rival. So adorable. Jalek says you can't keep up with the entire world in terms of politics. No, it's a lot. It's a lot to keep sense of a lot of the different policies going on. And unfortunately, the US really does influence a lot of the rest of the world. Especially in its conservatism. Duke, I also wanted to ask you what you made of the idea of the NDP pushing the Liberals to get more done. Do you think that's actually something that's happening, or is that something that... because I've seen some people comment that the minority government for the Liberals forced them to kind of take on some of the NDP policies and effectively steal them, to be honest. Well, how accurate would you say that is? Gangle says the USA definitely pulls us all in a conservative direction. Yeah, and being a leftist in the US, sometimes it's like walking in and just getting laughed at, because the idea is considered so absurd, and the idea that even socialism or social democracy has even started flourishing in even the minorest of ways, is something that shocks me still. Duke says this is 100% what happened. Anyone who says otherwise is a liberal shill, to be honest. Well, one of the things that I heard brought up was the student support, the student emergency support or whatever that they had done, and the subsidy for paid sick leaves, where people got 10 days worth of paid sick leave for the pandemic or something like that. Is that on point? You're up against 100 years of anti-left propaganda. True. Okay, why can't I make this jump? And I do not want to die. Okay, I am gonna end up dying. I have to take a potion. Oh, okay. I immediately sink with the parachute. That's what's going on. Also, the UBI for the course of the pandemic came from the NDP too, I think. Yeah, the thing is, in the US, you've got 100, like Engel said, you've got 100+ years of this exceptionalism that comes out of the US, where we think that we can just be the best in everything, and where everybody's going to be the next boss and the next owner and the next rich person, and the idea of unity and keeping things together is just kind of brushed aside. Unions have been slowly dissipated more and more over the past 100 years, and that was hard fought for. And then, we still get people who are like, oh, things are gonna happen tomorrow, and I'm just like, what world are you living in? I'd love for that to be the case. Duke says the NDP spent almost a month raising a stink on both of those to make those happen both times. And since the cons decided they were the party of no, for any legislation, it would have required the bloc or the NDP to pass. However, the bloc always required more devolution of money and power to the provinces as the cost of any vote. So the NDP were able to force a vote on these things to pass. It's an uphill battle, but it has to be fought. It does. It does have to be fought, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Like, when we can't even convince people that SOCDEM policies are, you know, going to work for people. And people are still voting conservative in a lot of different areas. Like, how can we expect something to change overnight? Duke says the Liberals have legislated the end to just about every strike that has happened while they've been in power under Trudeau. It's unprecedented, and that the unions aren't even raising a loud stink about it is just chilling. I feel like I will support any union that, you know, is struggling for their rights and to get better wages and everything like that. And I will always try to take up those causes when I can. But I really do feel like the best way to go forward with everything is to start getting people to literally own their own businesses with worker cooperatives. The best way you're going to keep people invested in everything, the best way you're going to keep good outcomes really is to switch towards worker cooperatives. Is that a spider? It is. I'm trying to make a spiderweb hammock, but maybe it wouldn't go well with this weather. I could make one and send it to my friends in Pika Pika Island, Oh, come on, it wouldn't let me put my shield out there. Oh, we gotta level up. What are we doing, people? Duke says, that's right, Jalix. The CERB was $500 a week to anyone who wasn't working so long as it was related to the pandemic in some way. And it's been going on for a year and a half, but expires this month. Oh, good to know, Duke, that your country also is, Jalix wins with stamina. One of the things that I'm concerned about is just how many people are acting like the pandemic's over, both in the US and Canada. And it's not. And I feel like your vaccination rates there are still pretty low, and I think the US is even lower. I need to stop using that parachute, but it's just kind of become a habit. Ooh, okay. What are you doing here? Are you lost? The frozen lake's over there, or maybe just maybe. You're after my chest. Yeah, I'm definitely after your chest. Ow. Oh my god, that was just like the absolute correct timing. That was bad. Mashing buttons. Oof. That was actually more intense than I think it should have been. Health upgrade. Nice. Gangle says, I agree, but I'm... oh wait, Duke had said, I agree about the co-ops. I think the constant confrontation we see in unions versus company just leads to a war of attrition that we seem to lose. Gangle says, I agree, but I'm also talking about the thankless task of building a US left. That's an uphill struggle. It really is. It's why, as I know, a lot of people like to criticize AOC, for example, or, you know, say that it's not enough, but it's one of the reasons why I'm genuinely grateful that she's able to make some of the ideas that would otherwise be not very palatable to liberals a little bit more palatable. Because it makes life easier, because when you can convince people, hey, maybe the idea of universal healthcare isn't absurd, then you can start pushing people into other things. You can start pushing people into other reforms. And when you bring up things like, oh, it's kind of commonplace in other parts of the world to have this, like, it works somewhat. But having someone in your own communities talking about it, and in your own country talk about it, it's a little bit different. Cyrus says, it's true, Duke. US left has a massive problem, but the reality is that the United States left has been destroyed for decades, especially with the Red Scare. The Red Scare is absolutely just devastated everything. Everything that's actually left. Duke says, I think the spear metaphor that Bo made was really useful to understand how we can make a movement happen and what it might look like. Yeah, I agree with you. That was actually a really good metaphor that Bo used in that video. I definitely recommend people watch that, because how can you be the point of a spear trying to attack your own handle? Like, that's kind of the whole point. I mean, excuse the pun. Jalix says in Germany it's probably a lot easier compared to the US since we have a genuinely left-wing, if not socialist party. Well, I actually have a question, Jalix, if you're familiar with this. How does the system work in Germany, if we can shift a little bit in that direction, given the fall of the Berlin Wall and the history that goes into that? Considering that you had half of Germany, or like a good section of Germany at the very least, that was under effectively the Soviet Union. How does that influence, if anything, the positionings of the parties? Because you had that whole split with East and West Germany. So I'm kind of wondering how that influences the leftist thought in the entirety of Germany itself. Like, Germany has like that complex history where on the one hand you have literal fascism in the 30s and 40s, like the furthest right wing you could possibly get, and then parts of Germany end up part of the Soviet Union, and then you had the other half being controlled by the liberal democracies, and like Germany's just got such a complex history of being under so many different ideologies historically. Jalix says there's basically a whole bunch of stigma from one half and a bit of support from the other, basically. In Die Linke, for example, the old guard is way more radical than the young people. I would imagine so. I feel like the young people would be kind of... I don't know what the wording for it would be. Kind of feeling disillusioned that any of that was possible. Whereas the old guard lived in some of it. So I imagine that some of them are actually more radical and more comfortable with a lot of the ideas than maybe other of younger people. Jalik says we're in every other party, it's the other way around. It's disturbing when I find that the younger generations are actually less radical than the older ones. And I wonder how many generations of anarchists and communists in the United States saw that happen between like the 20s and the 50s, where you had these older people who were part of these really long-term discussions and conversations about how to bring this about, and had fought for unions and had fought for the 40-hour work week. Even into the late 1800s, you see that. And you have all that, and then the younger generation is like, no, we're fine with the Gilded Age. No, we're fine with these sock down, not even sock down, Keynesian positions. It must have been terrifying for a lot of them. And then with the Red Scare hitting in full force, you had a lot of people just probably have to kind of give up on their ideology and their positions. I don't know. Or at the very least, closet it. Jedlik says, although I have to admit I haven't talked to many party members or generally other German leftists, I'm very isolated. Aren't we all on some level? Not taking away from you when I say that, but I feel like a lot of leftists, we come to these positions and we don't always have organizations or groups that we can turn to. Gengel said, in Northern Europe has been very lucky in that it's been permitted to have a genuine left compared to Southern Europe, where, for instance, Italy's communists were stifled thanks to US interference. Well, the US always interferes in a lot of parts of the world to stop any leftist movement, especially in Latin America. See, that's the area I can talk to you all about with politics. That's the area that I'd be most comfortable having like these discussions. But getting a chance to learn more from you all about Canada and about Europe as a whole is actually really, really great, because it's nice to be able to share in that solidarity and to learn more as we're going further. But Gengel, I have a question for you. Why do you think that Northern Europe has been lucky? Why was Northern Europe permitted when other places weren't? Merchant says this is a good discussion. I absolutely agree. Like we've taken this conversation about electoralism, which does deal with the daily interactions of life that we have, and it's become this very strong position about like why a lot of us are limited, why we can't reach people, how do we do this beyond just electoralism? But even in the electoral system, because it does influence people's material conditions. Even if it's slight, even if it's not a lot, it can affect people's lives. Jalix read that. Cyrus says, well, in the US, they basically decided under Wilson administration to eliminate anarchists. Yeah, in the US, they deported citizens. Like, I'm not saying deportation should happen to anybody, but, like, it's absurd to think that a person who was a citizen of a country got deported. Like, even in today's world, that would, I hope that would make people very scared and angry. But anyone with anarchist leanings in any way, shape, or form got deported. What is going on here at this lake? What is that? That's kind of weird. Participating, sign up with the judges over there. What am I participating in? Hello there, would you like to sign up for the ice skating contest? We have more important things too. The first prize is this beautiful amulet with a picture of the Great Baron inside. That's a relic, isn't it? Most probably. You better know how to skate, kid. Wonderful. Talk to that fellow over there and he'll take you to the other contestants. So before I go into this ice skating competition, Jaguar says that's a good point. Too many people are under the illusion that things have always been the way they are. History is layered with various truths and stories. When we read and learn more about things, the more we see things aren't static. Jalek says US interference is basically why West Germany is the way that it is. Do you... So I'm curious, Jalek, when you say that, I'm guessing that the difference between East Germany and West Germany is very noticeable for someone who lives there. That the culture and the way people handle themselves are drastically different, and their voting patterns are different. Is that safe to say? Because I've heard studies where in a lot of the eastern parts of Eastern Germany that there was actually better treatment of women, for example, that there was less rampant misogyny in a lot of parts of that particular section of the country. And I've just heard that there was just a completely different sense of that. Duke says that's a great point, Jaguar. Cyrus says Northern Europe had more close proximity to the Soviet Union in some respect. That's true, but that would have made me think, Cyrus, that they would have lost some of that after the Cold War. And for some reason, when Eastern Europe ended up coming back to capitalist understandings, Northern Europe kind of maintained its position. And I'm wondering, like, what was different in that regard, because it wasn't directly under the control of the Soviet Union, that it didn't really have anything against it. Like, I don't know. Jalek says, I really prepared for talking about German politics, like current election, I mean. No, that's fine, Jalek. We could talk about the current election. Anything you want to share is very useful, because I don't know much about the German election. I don't know much about any of it except kind of what you've taught me about the parties, which would be like the Green, the SPD, the CDU, the AFD, the FDP. So you've got your liberals, your fascists, your conservatives, your supposed sock dems that aren't. You've got the Green Party, which is going for green capitalism, and then you have like the only left party, Die Link. And people are hoping on the left to kind of try to create like that red-green-red thing where you'll have almost like a center-left alliance, which almost never happens. So that's the part about the German election that I know. Outside of that, I don't really know much. So anything else you can tell me, Jalix, would be appreciated. The conversation is flowing, and I'm trying to keep up while playing the game. You're making it difficult, and I appreciate that, actually. Because I love seeing the conversation flow. That's far more important to me. Yes, I'm participating. You're not the first person to ask. I'm so tired of explaining it. You know what? Don't bother. I want to keep guessing. Terrible. It's your turn. But I want to talk to the rest of these. I have trained really hard for this competition. I hope I win. It's so cold here. I think I'm gonna have to forfeit this whole thing. My refined technique will impress the judges and destroy the competition. Where was I? Jaguar said, I think I shared this before. I get so angry when I hear US folks say that other places need to fix themselves, but the US meddles in other countries' affairs. Absolutely. Cyrus says most anarchists of that era were European immigrants. That's true, but most of them had been citizens, and some of the people who had been naturalized citizens, as we'd say, had been removed from the country as well. Gangle said, I think we're sufficiently out of reach, but we were nice and quiet, causing no trouble. Also, we rolled over and let the US transport nukes through our territory against all agreements. Oh, So you capitulated to the United States in one way, so the US didn't see the need to interfere with you because you were a buffer between the US and everybody else. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cyrus said, in my opinion, it needs to be challenged as the US really needs to start pushing the left, is to end and eliminate US conception of individualism and freedom. Oh, you were right about that, King Cyrus. The obsession with individualism and freedom and the exceptionalism and just the idea that, well, I decided it, therefore it's correct. It's absurd. And I'm not saying that freedom isn't a good thing, but the type of freedom that they're talking about ends up infringing upon other people's freedoms, and it's always freedom of property and not freedom of individuals. That it's the right to control other people, and it's just a bizarre notion. Duke says they have to tar and feather anarchism at every turn because if you see what it actually is, it's probably the most awesome thing. An unending search to expand actual freedom for all is hard to argue against. And that's the thing. It has to be freedom for everybody. It can't be freedom for the wealthy. It has to be freedom for everybody. And that's like the US individualism and freedom that's centered there, like King Cyrus brought up, is entirely based around the idea of the individual getting more than everybody else and being able to just like control other people's lives. You are better, and because of that, everybody else is worse. And it's this desire to constantly reach that position. It's what all the ANCAPs want also. Jalix said there's a wealth gap and an education gap and an infrastructure gap. Oh wow, the conversation just keeps going. I love it. I love it. I love it. Education gap and infrastructure gap and all the other parts you can think of. But a lot of things like sexism are worse in the West. Duke says, wasn't Merkel from Merkel? Is it Merkel or Merkel from East Germany? King Cyrus says, our idea of rugged individualism in the US has been one of the biggest reasons why vaccines, in my opinion, have been an issue, and various conspiracy theories on the vaccine. That and everything Trump did just added to everything that you're describing. 100% agree with you, King Cyrus. Gangle says, I'm mostly talking about Scandinavia. Germany has a different history thanks to its post-war status. Merchant says Merkel was a baby when her parents moved from west to east. From Wiki, Merkel entered politics in the wake of revolutions of 1989, briefly serving as deputy spokesperson for the first democratically elected East German government. Oh, of course. Of course. True, there hasn't been a red-green alliance on the federal level ever. Merchant says Merkel was the first woman to be elected as chancellor and the first chancellor since German reunification to have been raised in the former East Germany. You know, what does it say? I was just thinking, I'm sorry, I'll continue reading in a second, but what does it say that sexism was less in East Germany than West Germany? What does that say about the Cold War? You know, really analyze that for a moment. What does that say about the treatment of women in liberal societies versus the Soviet Union? You know, that's really an interesting point and something that I think gets overlooked in a lot of ways. You know, the idea that liberal democracy will breed all this freedom and everything's wonderful, but the sexism is somehow greater in, in that side of things. And I think that really is something that I think a lot of people should genuinely consider when they look at a lot of this stuff. And especially from the perspective of women and like, I don't know how you defend that. Where was I? King Cyrus says, it sucks, Duke, but many think anarchism means chaos, which is just a philosophical error. True. There's been one in Brandenburg, though, the state in Berlin, in which Berlin is in. Merkel's kind of difficult, to be honest, but generally she held German political status. I'm not following the pronunciation, if I've got it right or not. Merkel? Is that correct? Just, if I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time, I apologize. Also, I think YouTube is lying about how many people watching this stream. It shows me there's 3. It's been bouncing between 3 and 4 people this entire time. Rhymes with Urkel. Thank you, merchants. So it's Merkel. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I got that. Apologies for the mispronunciations. Il says, I wish we could import vaccines from Cuba, Russia, and China. Maybe more people would take those since Big Pharma wasn't involved in making this. Well, it's coming from Cuba, Russia, and China, so there's no way anyone in the US would touch that, who isn't a leftist. They would assume that it was gonna make people communists. Cyrus says, I wish that was the case too. Il says, Russia sent the first women into space. That is absolutely true, and I'm glad you brought that up. Women actually excelled in the sciences in the Soviet Union way more than they did anywhere in the US. There was actually a huge propaganda piece that was done in the US to basically say that Soviet women were ugly. Like, I'm not even kidding about that. That was actually a legit Cold War tactic that would talk about how Soviet women were not beautiful, and the point of a woman was beauty. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing as all hell. And one of the responses in, like, the 70s to try to bridge the gap of peace was to do, like, swimsuit models and swimsuit issues and, like, those type of magazines to take images of Russian women to show that they were actually beautiful and attractive. Like, it's the most bizarre level of Cold War politics. Duke says, where did I miss? I'm cynical. The racism didn't change, unfortunately, in the Soviet Union. That is true. Nationalism is a hell of a drug. Duke says, living in a society without homelessness must also change one's stress levels and attitude. That is absolutely true. By the way, if I missed anybody's message, do feel free to throw it back at me. I'm trying to make it through all of this. Jalix says, thanks, merchants. Wasn't sure about how to say this over text. That's true. Let's see. Gangle says, the analysis I've heard of East-West gender status is that under capitalism, sex is just another thing to be traded for money status. Under socialism, women could be free to love as they liked. Yeah, that's something I've heard as well. Gangle, that is something that I have heard about about Germany. The views on this from YouTube are bizarre. I gotta emphasize that when it comes to what you had said, Jalix. I've been seeing 3 views, 4 views, 5 views, 6 views, but and then it will pop back to like 2 or 3 views, but I see like 6 to 7 people talking in chat. And I'm like, you're all YouTube, you're lying. You're lying right now. Jalix says, I wouldn't call the East German system socialism. Well, the East German socialism. But there's a significant difference between state capitalism and regular capitalism for sure. Plus, even state capitalism's on a scale too, to be honest. Yeah, there's at least 6 people here. True. Alright, I'm gonna get back into this ice skating thing. What do I gotta do? I was not prepared for this. It's kind of specific about when you press it. how'd I do? How'd I do? Do I have to redo that? It's also a little weird the way these buttons like move when you're turning. Where I'm expecting them to hit the spot that I need to press the button a little bit sooner. Also, sorry I'm not like reading chat or anything while I'm playing this, because this requires concentration. Okay, that was a little bit better. Final round, calling terrible. Why YouTube always lying? True. Gangle says, why sex is better under socialism. It's a book, I think. And I've seen it a couple of good videos on the YouTube about this topic. Can somebody throw that title into the Discord somewhere that I can see it? Because I would definitely like to check out that book if that does indeed exist. King Cyrus, speaking of Cold War propaganda, DC Comics accused Superman in the 1930s of being a communist in the Silver Age of Superman. Oh, how far Superman has fallen, King Cyrus. He's practically holding up truth and, you know, the American way, as it were. Gangle says YouTube is evil. YouTube is just a liar. Cyrus says they called Superman the Jerry Siegel and Shuster a commie, which is peak Cold War propaganda. Also, that book sounds interesting. I have to investigate later. Was the comic where Superman punched Hitler during a time when the US was non-interventionist in World War II? Yeah, all that whole America First thing during World War II, where the US was literally selling weapons to both sides of the conflict. Oh yeah, you're talking about Red Sun, right? Where you have Soviet Superman? Cyrus says, well, Superman originally said truth and justice and didn't say the American way originally. Uh-huh. Red Sun was a really good series. With anarchist Batman. Apologies while I'm focusing on this. I just don't want to take my eyes off of the... Oof. Damn. Okay, that was much better. Mark Radler, welcome to the chat. Happy to have you here and hope that you are having a lovely Sunday. Snyder Superman is just weird. True. He's kind of become so, like, right-wing in a lot of ways. Mark says, hey Tara, hey Jelix, still loving the channel, keep up the good work. Thank you. I am glad you're enjoying the channel, and I hope I can keep making good videos that you enjoy. I hope you'll keep stopping by. The judges will see you now. Let's see what the judges have to say. Congratulations, you've won. Here's your prize. That's all of them. We can face the Baron now. After you're done with your preparations, head towards the Manor's basement. The room with the odd painting of Greg. Alright, so let's head back to the Manor. We'll hit up the save point. And we can go face off against the Baron. What did I miss here? Javik said you gotta make money off war, right? True. And that's what the US does every single time. It always is doing the wars for profits. Superman had social crusader. Duke says no way. Well, Batman was an anarchist. WTF? Yeah, in Red Sun, Batman was an anarchist. Jaguar says US selling to both sides equals high profits, and that's the definition in the rules of acquisition of the Ferengi. True. The Ferengi's rules of acquisitions. There's two different rules right back to back. Peace is good for profits and war is good for profits. Mark says it's my birthday, y'all. Well, happy birthday, Mark. I hope you're having a very, very lovely birthday. And hopefully you have many, many more. Democracy at Work has 2 videos on the book Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism. One is Richard Wolff and the author. Ooh, I'll definitely have to check that out at some point. That sounds like a good thing to stream on the Discord. I would be up for that, to show that off on the Discord. At some point. So I am gonna be right back. And leave you with this save music. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back. And we are back. There we go. Gangle says my description of the book is crude, but to watch the vids. Duke says it's a good interview, I'd be down to watch it. Cyrus says, same. And anyone annoyed Spider-Man is a tech bro. Are you talking about the recent Spider-Man? I liked the first result when I typed democracy into YouTube search bar is democracy now or democracy at work. Yeah, that's actually a positive sign going forward, honestly. Cyrus said they stripped Peter Parker of his working class persona. Yeah, that's the thing, like, the reason he was selling the photos in the first place to the paper was because he was trying to basically make ends meet. He would always get put in situations where he couldn't financially afford things. His rent would also often be behind. And it was like, hey, he works so hard and he's always trying to do the right thing. Well, let's see what the Baron's up to. Oh, hey. This place looks empty. Do not tell me he's not here. Don't you even. That voice. That familiar voice. I remember. But who are you? Hello, Gregory. It's me, Elizabeth. We fought each other not so long ago. You brute. We are here too. I can't remember. It angers me. Wait. There's no way this is gonna be this easy. Waiting for phase 2 to kick in. Also, I came in with no heals. What am I doing? Enough. I yield. That's it. Well, fine. We're here too. Before you continue, please stand over there. Over there? Yes, over there. Okay. No. Oh, come on. It's not over yet. Oh, jeez. Oh, what is that? Ow. 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 Come on, come on, come on. How am I supposed to hit him? I can't get into battle. There we go. Oh, I'm glitched right here. I can't move. Now I can again. At least one of those flames sometimes drops a heal, because I am really in trouble here. I think we're about to lose. Maybe not. You just dropped me 3 healths. 4 healths. I don't understand how I can initiate combat with this boss. Like, am I just supposed to keep dodging until he gets an opening, or is there something I can actually do here? I mean, I'm enjoying the healing that he's giving me, but I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Does anybody see something I don't? Do I have to have one of the fists hit him or something? Yeah, I don't know either. I'm kind of curious if it is glitched. Like, do I need... I genuinely don't know. My health is full again. They were going for his ankles, you said? Well, how did they go for his ankles? I think it might be glitched. I think I'm gonna just try to restart that fight, because something didn't seem right. It's not like we're losing much going back. Let me catch up with chat while we load back in. Cyrus says not to mention that they basically whitewashed Miles Morales' story and stole his story dynamic and gave it to Peter in the MCU. Yeah, they really did. Cyrus says, personally, I feel really worried about the politics of the MCU films because now they have X-Men, and after watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which politics were garbage, I don't trust it. Oh yeah, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff were kind of special. Wait, where's my flame friend? Isn't the flame supposed to be with me? Is that what glitched? There they are. They weren't with me before. Is that what happened? Yeah, I figured they would be able to use the blue flames to get their fire back. Okay, we're back at this phase. Yeah, I don't think the flame was here last time. I think that's what glitched out. Because now some of the blue flames should be able to... Yep. Okay, I should try to get some health. Come on, shoot your flames. Okay, this is going much better. I don't know how the heck I glitched that last time. Can I get more flames? I want more flames. There we go, flames. Got him. That was so much easier. Oh. We are here to defeat you. There, I said it. No, you cannot defeat what has already been defeated. Wait, you're not a zombie? Oh no, he's the leader of the ghosts. So he's really a ghost, technically. Ah, that makes more sense, actually. Are you done? Good. Let's get this over with so I can go back to remembering. Ah, I forgot again. So angry. There's a phase 3. Okay, that's his sword. Can I make his sword hit him? Nope. But I can attack the sword now. Okay. Which part of your body am I gonna have to attack next? Oh! I did not even see that. I started looking at chat. I think I took out one of his arms there. And one of his legs are down. Hit his torso for some good damage there. Other leg is down. This is an interesting fight. I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of telegraphs and times everything for you. Okay. Body's done. So I'm seeing YouTube now describing that I have 2 viewers. I have a sneaking suspicion that is full of lies. Gangle says 1. Duke says 2. I see that too. I don't want to hit him. He's just ahead. Fine. There's no way you have another form, right? No. What do you want from me? Did Lord Stitches send you? Here you go. You better not tell Stitches about us. I don't think your army of ghosts will appreciate that you were beaten by a... I don't care. I don't care about anything other than these memories I can't seem to remember correctly. Everything is so fuzzy. Lord Stitches ordered me to defeat heroes, and that's what I've done ever since. So you haven't seen Stitches in how long? Hundreds of years. 200 years, maybe 400. It doesn't really matter to me. Wait, how old is that guy? Older than me, that is certain. I have a question, Elizabeth IV. Have we met before? Before I turned into this? What? Of course not. I wasn't even, I don't really remember my life before these adventures. Our circumstances are similar. In that case, I have a favor to ask. If you ever find out about the past, please come back and tell me. I will be forever in your debt. Sure. Good. I don't care what your goal is. If your business is done, then leave me be. Sir, Andy wanted to ask, have you seen a body missing a... We are done. Leave. Let's go, Handy. He's not gonna help us after all. Level up time. So we have at least 5 people here. And that's not mentioning the fact that merchants had said something beforehand. Duke wins. Attack it is. I don't care what your goal is. Okay, but I found that book with his past. Can I not, like, share that with him now? Do I have to come back later? Alright then. We're back in Mr. Stitch's castle. We're back. Doesn't seem like anyone's here. Maybe there's another conference in the theater. This place seems comfy. This is Stitch's room. Try not to draw too much attention. I'll stay quiet for sure. Oh, that's what happened last time. I put the flame away. I didn't even know I could do that. I feel like that was something that was mentioned once and never again after that. Also, now that we're in a brighter area, is the coloration still okay in terms of brightness? Seems okay to you, Jalix? It looks okay on the recording end, I just want to make sure that it is for everybody else. I kind of want to see what's going on with the cafeteria, if they'll let me. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get that chest outside the house. As long as you all think it's good, then I'm good with it. Let's see what we're being told. Let's be seated, everyone. Lord Stitch's speech is about to begin. Oh, here we go. Another corporate meeting. Greetings, my underlings. As you may know, our siege against the Chestnut Castle will start in 2 days. I hope you're eating well, exercising, and getting 8 hours of sleep. I'll need all my troops in tip-top shape if we're to invade the kingdom in one fell swoop. Yeah! In other words, in other news, there seems to be a rogue minion on the loose. There have been reports of murders from various locations. If you see anybody suspicious, don't run, don't panic. Just defeat them, you weaklings. What am I paying you for? You make me mad. Mad, mad, mad. Could it be that Grey Kid? Well, yeah, it could also be us. There's also an alarming amount of soldiers missing from Pika Pika Island. If you have any idea about what's going on over there, please make a report. We're too busy to care about missing idiots right now. What about Taco Tuesday? End of speech. Oh man. They got their pay cut last time, and they're still worried about that Taco Tuesday. This last stone belongs to the guardian of Pika Pika Island, a ruthless salamander under my command. He is known as El Salcerissimo? Salcerissimo? Already at the last stone, you're a miracle worker. Don't think I have forgotten about your reward. A promotion, of course. You'll be promoted for your efforts. We will talk about it in more detail next time we see each other. The next time. Even I can't predict when that will happen. How amusing. Seriously? Why would you ruin my ominous last words by talking to me again? Have you no sense of theatrics? I was trying to sound cool and you ruined it. Seriously? Oh, the humor in this game is kind of fun. You know, Mr. Stitches technically lives in a room filled with his own skin. in the shape of balls. And the walls are in the same material as his skin. There's gotta be a way we can find out about Greg's lost memories and my own past, but how? Never mind, kid. Saving the kingdom, know the world is more important right now. Oh, you're talking about the shark? Tiber? As in Tiburon? Collapse. Was that sarcastic? And how can you even clap? Oh no, he's actually very moved. Was that sarcastic? Kid, you laughed. You can actually laugh. It's a pretty laugh. Alright, team. Pika Pika Island we go. I thought it was a shark. The fact that his name was Tiber, as in Tiburon. Like for shark in Spanish. Wait, you weren't here before. The siege is coming soon, child. Have you prepared yourself? Have you found many upgrades? World 3 is a sweet island in the middle of nowhere. It has a volcano and a dragon inside. It doesn't get more standard than that. Hey, said there's a minion trader on the loose. What a coward. Oh, wait. I've never seen masked kids in gray. Have they finally recruited a mini-boss masked kid? He might be the cold-blooded killer everybody's talking about. Be careful out there, kid. I actually think I saw a suspiciously colored masked kid exit Stitch's chamber the other day. That's not uncomfortable at all. This is too weird. The hero is defeated and now all of a sudden there's a killer minion out there? Can't we just have a peaceful win against those goody two-shoes of the Chestnut Kingdom? I heard there's also a maze in the jungle of Pika Pika Island. I bet it's not as cool as the dark maze of the Manor. I'm not paid enough to talk. Order something or get out. Ugh. So, I actually gained weight with salads. What do we want? To stay alive. When do we want it? Always? Top of my teapot came off. Fortunately, there was no spill. That's funny though. You know, when your union demand gets to the point where you're talking about what are our demands, stay alive, you might have lost a little bit. The Syndicate will take care of this rogue underling. We have our ways. With that killer on the loose, everyone has forgotten about Taco Tuesday. I will not rest until there's justice. Taco justice. You know, this was supposed to be about your wages at first, but, you know, it seemed to be letting that slip away a little bit. What is this enemy? You mean like all the unions demanded and failed during the pandemic in North America? Yeah, pretty much. I'm really worried about my daughter Frankie. Please, has anyone seen her? She was working alongside Mr. Stitches not so long ago. Oh, I've seen you coming from Lord Stitch's chamber before. Please, if you see him, could you ask about Frankie? So there's a rogue minion on loose, huh? I wonder who it is. You're not that rogue minion, are you? Haha, I'm just messing with you. Or am I? I am, though. Or am I, though? Ah, that's funny. So I actually am not gonna pop in World 3 right this second. I think I'm gonna pop back in World 2 and get that chest that I missed and see if I can talk to the boss now that I am out of that area. And then get to World 3 and probably wrap up there. So we've got just a little bit left. I have a cousin that works on Pika Pika Island. He said to be careful if you get burned, it'll slowly drain your HP. Save the game. Have some complimentary coffee. The songs you found on your travels are pretty neat. I heard that some songs are automatically unlocked just by beating certain bosses. Neat. Jalix says, I never talked about current German politics. Well, Jalix, if you want to, since next week is the election, we can do that a little bit more next week if you have things that you want to share and talk about. I'm a little embarrassed when you tell random people about our wedding. Ah, come on. I'll come back to the Eagle store next time. I don't feel burnt anymore, but don't even get me started with my peeling skin. It's not pretty. Oh, that's gross, man. Come on. I know how he feels. Melting is no fun. So did you meet the Baron? I told you he was a sweetheart. He said sweetheart, my... Okay, calm down. Okay, let's head back into World 2. Live German election coverage with Jalix. True. So yeah, there was that one ghost that was blocking and guarding a chest that I couldn't get to, but then he went to the party. So we were able to go back and get it, and I completely forgot to pick it up before going to the boss, because I got really excited to fight the Baron. So that would be outside. So there ain't gonna be any definitive numbers, though. Those don't come till the day after. Yeah, I figured that, but at the very least we could spend some time, you know, talking about it and going through some of it. We did touch a little bit on the German politics at the very least, so I think that was good. Wait, that chest was out here. What am I doing? There it is. Another cassette tape. Okay, that was totally worth it. Oh boy, I forgot about that. Jalix still likes the angry platforms. Yeah, they're kind of cute. Duke says, I just hope that I understand what's going on in my country tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. So Duke, how was my understanding of Canadian politics? I'm gonna let you you tell me a little bit about how effective I was at talking about things, in addition to asking questions, like how good were the questions and stuff. Yeah, the Canadian elections are tomorrow. Why a Monday? Duke says it was good. I am gonna take that. Maybe the Baron's back at the top of the tower? Because I did find that book in the back of the maze. Maybe I have to go to the book in the maze again? I can very quickly check that. Yeah, now it wants me to go through the maze. I seem to know who all the players are. Yeah, I am glad I was able to educate myself a bit, and we were able to have this conversation about it. And hopefully by next Sunday, you'll know a little bit more of what's going on in your own country. And maybe we can talk about that as well with a bit of a follow-up. The election happens X number of days after the writ is dropped, with X being defined within the writ by the Governor General on advice of the Prime Minister, but not exceeding 60 days. Yeah, I really enjoyed today's conversation. It was a lot of fun. I feel like we touched on a lot of important topics, and I am quite content with how much bustle was going through with the chat as well. We already read through this. I felt it today again, like I'd forgotten something very important. Didn't I have journals about my past? I can't seem to find them anywhere, as if they were moved or hidden. I'll just try to remember. Yes, just try to remember. What are you doing, kid? Like, am I supposed to do something with this? I don't know. It made a sound that it didn't last time when I went into the dark maze. German history is definitely complicated. I really like the Weimar years to be honest. Especially the formation is an interesting period of history. Yeah, I'd definitely be down to talk about stuff like that as well on the Discord and carry on a lot of these conversations. I do not know what to do in the maze. Or if there even is anything to do in the maze. I should probably head back to a save point though, and... Unless it makes that sound every time you go in. Maybe it does? I don't know. Maybe I can't do anything for the Baron right now. Well, I'm gonna head back to the castle and save there and get ready for jumping into World 3, and then we'll wrap it up and do World 3 next time. Okay. World 3, Pika Pika Island. Oh, is that like the last world? I'm gonna have to check on that and see how much longer we have in the game. But we have World 3 here, Pika Pika Island. Look, another one, catch it. What? What? What the? Wait here. What the? Hey, what's going on here? You've been captured just like the rest of us. Welcome to the Sand Coliseum, I guess. Captured? Coliseum? Are we slaves now? Pretty much, yeah. There's no escape as far as I know. Fighting's all we have left. You'll have to fight several monsters if you wish to survive, little masked kid. I don't know why someone like you is so far away from the castle, but if you made it this far, you must know how to protect yourself. Time to die. Looks like it's your turn, rookie. Good luck out there. Do I get a save point? They tried to convert me, but they couldn't, so they threw me in here. There's no way I'm gonna betray the Dawn or Lord Stitches. They're scary, but the salary's good. You seem weak. I feel a little bad for you. I know. If you happen to fight another Volcanoid like me, don't attack until we flip sides. We're pretty tough, so you better prepare if you face one of us in the battlefield. Girl, this heat is no joke. Dear me. How can you even walk around in that hoodie? How preposterous. They threw us in here just like rubbish. Mr. Timbolt, I'm scared. Fear not, dear Tim. It seems the mouse child is here to help. We're trapped in here too, you know. Oh. Please save us, Masky. See what you did? Whoa, that went fast. I don't like lying. Oh, thank you, little hero. You... Yippee! Maskio, get us out of here. I concur with Handy. We should help ourselves first. How did you... I understand what he said. I can kind of tell. Now, he's not very complex, to be honest. I think we all suffer from the length of the stream, and the efficiency terror seems to be able to beat games, none of which is bad. So... I want a save point. We're battling to the death for the amusement of them. Last warrior to stand wins freedom. Battle begins now. Fight. I guess we're caught in this because there's no save point. Oh. And they're not here to talk at all. Need stamina. Surprise expansion to the stream? True. Round 2, fight. Oh no, not one of these things. hammer time. Final round. Okay then. That was a strange attack. Oh, my health. Barely made it through that. Oh, great warrior. I congratulate you. We're very impressed, like, totally impressed. Yeah, let us go already. We need to go wipe the floor with that salsa guy? What salsa guy? You want to challenge him? Him? El Sasarismo. That's going to get old really fast. People stealing, huh? Sounds familiar. Yeah, we're aware of hypocrisy, but we don't care. This Coliseum meant to find champion save our people. I'll tell you what, we'll save... Wow. We'll save you if you release these monsters from their prisons. You do have a heart, Ellie. Freedom for monsters? Very well. But if champion succeeds, tradition says that children must marry they must marry one of my children. You can choose daughter, son, or both. Me no judge. Oh, I guess that's good? Free our people from El Salsarismo. Clutches. Free your coworkers, I promise in return. Also marriage. Okay then. Is this a save room? Yes. Alright, we will end there. So, on that note, thank you all for coming out. If you enjoyed the stream... Yeah, I have so many thoughts about that as well, Jaguar. That was kind of uncomfortable. Just a little bit, to say the least. There were a lot of issues with that section, as far as I'm concerned. We could talk very much about that when we start the next stream. But yeah, that was really awkward and uncomfortable. And problematic, as Jalix just pointed out. That said, if you did like this stream, do please consider giving it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell for notification. You can also follow me on Twitter, check out my Discord in the description down below, and if you are in a place financially, especially if you're someone new, and you feel that you want to donate, I have a link in the description down below for a single donation and a Patreon donation. Again, only do so if you are financially in a place where it will not affect you. That said, I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. This was a fun stream and a little bit of an awkward end, but I really enjoyed the conversation. Again, I'm also really, really grateful to you all for conversing with each other and me. I love when you all talk with each other, especially because, you know, it's not just about me, and I'm glad that we have a community that continues to share. With that said, my name is Anarchist Tara, and I thank you for watching. And Kanan, thank you for subscribing. Have a great day, you all.